time on Take One, Treefort Music Festival, a Charizard trading card, and Marvel's King Conan. On this week's episode, a new building on Boise State's campus, Terfs, and a comic book auction. And just for laughs, a happiness hotline and some reptiles. These stories and more up next on Take One. Welcome to Take One. I'm Grace Swanke. Last week, Boise State announced that campus will be expanding by the addition of the new ESI construction building for construction management. In the past 4 years, Boise State has seen a 50% increase in the construction management program. They're also the only program in the state that offers a bachelor's degree in this field. The $4 million building is named for the Meridian-based construction company, co-owned by Boise State and construction management alum Neil Nelson. Nelson says that ESI has been working with the Boise State University Construction Management Department for over 15 years to support internships and curriculum development. The new facility will be the first building in Idaho designed by an all-women team of architects. It will be also the first university facility facing Beacon Street, a street with growing traffic and exposure. The College of Engineering Dean Joanne Lightley says, the state-of-the-art facility provides tremendous opportunities for our students and faculty, not only in construction management, but also across the college. It allows for expansion of much-needed student experiential learning and collaboration spaces. Now over to you, Skylar.
Thanks, Grace. Grace, TERFs suck. Don't know what a TERF is? A TERF is a trans-exclusionary radical feminist. One TERF who still sucks was trending on Twitter and also the national news when Russian President Putin cited J.K. Rowling in a speech. Putin showed support for the transphobic book author, citing her in a speech on cancel culture. This brought out a lot of different opinions as Rowling tried to distance herself from the fact that she was being supported by a dictator that's currently waging a bloody war right now. Rowling in the past couple years has made it known her disdain for trans women. She's made the idea that to be a real woman, you have to have a uterus to be considered one. That's trans females are just men trying to get away with rape by gaining access to women's bathrooms, and that gender dysphoria in minors is something they will grow out of. Rowling was incredibly kind in her wishes for trans women to have safe spaces, as long as those safe spaces weren't with real women. Now, normally you could just ignore the bad take being said, but Rowling is one of the most successful and powerful women in the world. She has stupid amounts of money that she then puts into anti-trans organizations and political figures that push for laws and removals of systems that protect trans people. So remember, if you support a product that has J.K. Rowling's name on it, you are supporting transphobia. Now, over to Jenna with our Broncos Sports Update.
Welcome back from spring break. Here's another Broncos Sports Update with me, Jenna Vitamonte. Dance and cheer teams across the country are gearing up for NDA and NCAA Collegiate Nationals in Daytona, Florida. Boise State's mainline dance team has spent the last 6 months perfecting their two routines to be competed next week, April 6th through the 10th. The team will be competing in D1A hip-hop and D1A jazz, fighting for first place to become national champions. Mainline will be hosting a send-off this Sunday at 6 p.m. in Bronco Gym if you would like to watch both routines and send off the team to compete at nationals. Another weekend for Broncos sports for softball, and the team completes another sweep. The Broncos were in Nevada this weekend and dominated against the Wolfpack. These wins leave the Broncos 27-5 overall and 6-0 in Mountain West play. Good luck, and as always, go Broncos. Now let's send it out on campus to Daniel.
Alrighty, welcome back to Smash or Pass, Episode 2, Volume 2. Today I got with me
Nathan
and
Sid the Kid.
Alrighty, and today's topic of Smash or Pass, we're doing buildings. Are you guys ready?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm always ready.
Oh yes, I'm ready.
Let's get to it. Alrighty, the first building, you guys should be familiar with it, the Sub. Smash or Pass?
Definitely pass.
Why?
It's just like boring and generic and everyone's always in it, so like, I don't know.
You don't like that everyone's in it? You want it for yourself?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What about you, Sid?
Swiggity smash.
Why the swiggity smash?
The sub is fun. Everybody comes to hang out.
How often do you hang out in there?
Too often,
And what do you do for fun in there?
people watch.
What's your favorite kind of people to watch in there?
I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Alrighty, I guess we got some secrets. Alrighty, building number 2, Riverfront Hall. Smash or pass?
I'm gonna have to go with smash.
Why?
I don't know. I like the creepy vibes.
You like
Makes it interesting.
the mystery?
Yeah.
Mystery?
Yeah.
Is that what you seek out in these smash or pass buildings?
Yes, that's exactly what I seek out.
Okay. And what about you, Sid?
Oh, I'm smashing. Every time.
Why are you smashing every time?
It smells like mold.
Do you like the mold?
I love the mold.
Besides the smell, what do you like?
Just the smell.
Gotcha. What does it smell like?
I just told you, you imbecile. Mold.
I've never smelled mold, but okay, we gotta move on. Building number 3, the ILC. Smash or pass?
I'm gonna have to go with smash again
Why?
because it's like new and like not a lot of people are in it most of the time, and it's just like I don't know, fancy.
It's hip?
Yeah, exactly.
Would you say underground?
Yeah, it's like underrated, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is so underrated about it?
I don't know. It's like a great spot to be, but like nobody really like knows about it. Everyone's in the sub, like what I said before.
Yeah, totally. Alrighty. And what about you, Sid?
Pass. It's too modern.
Too modern?
That's what I said, isn't it?
Like there's no mold yet? Are you waiting for the mold?
Yes.
And what do you do with the mold besides smelling it?
I like to touch it.
Can you describe the texture?
It feels a little like ham, but with hair on it.
Interesting take. I could be good. I don't think I'd eat it with the ham. But our last building for smash or pass, the education building. Smash or pass?
I'm gonna have to go with pass
Why?
because it's just like it's spooky, but it's not spooky enough,
You want more?
Yes, I do. And it's just bricks and stuff, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Sid?
Pass.
Why?
Nobody goes to the education building.
I go in there.
Loser.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to be the nice one.
I'm just kidding. You're sweet as pie. Come here.
Okay, I don't know if I should report that to campus security, the police.
Not a chance. Stays between you and me.
Okay, well, I don't know who to talk to about this, but that was all for Smash or Pass Volume 2, BSU Buildings. Now, let's send it over to the spec and see what's poppin'.
Wow, what a time we live in. Eric, I'm sure you've put a lot of thought into this. What building would you like to smash?
Well, honestly, Ben, I think I'm going to have to go with Kobe, the business building. It's the only one that has kind of a name, and it's also got the greenhouse up top, and
Oh, yeah.
I love a good bush. What about you?
Probably the sub, it rhymes with chub.
Okay. Yeah.
That's just me. Anyway, get your phone out and dial this number right now. 574-832-4965. Don't worry. I promise you won't reach someone asking about your car's extended warranty. No. This is the number for a happiness hotline in Indiana. Once again, don't worry. It isn't what you're probably thinking it is. No, this is a class of 5th graders who are setting up a hotline to share positive messages with anyone who calls. You'll hear things like jokes and inspirational messages to help lift your spirits. The teacher of the class, Mrs. Van Laken, says she tries to share good news with her class every day. Now she's encouraging them to do the same. The hotline launched on March 22nd and has already received over 200 calls. As for what's next, the class is working on their next batch of responses to update the hotline with, so you can always expect to get a new piece of good news every time you call.
Wow. It's great to see the youth doing something good for the community. You know, some mornings you get a bad cup of coffee, and when you're desperately clinging to life via a daily shot of caffeine, getting a rotten drink can be like eating a bowl of thumbtacks. Really bad. But I don't know of anyone who's had a worse cup of coffee than one listed in a lawsuit recently filed against Starbucks in Connecticut. Matthew Mitchell of Greenwich got in line at his local store last summer expecting a morning latte, but was accidentally served a cup full of Ernex brewer cleaner. The coffee giant has assured customers that the employee in question was new and that this is an exceedingly rare occurrence. Now, I don't know how much training it takes to realize a cup of coffee probably shouldn't look like a forbidden neon blue Gatorade flavor and taste actually radioactive. But maybe the recent explosion in insane custom drinks on social media is stretching people's expectations. I mean, who knows? Maybe one $75,000 lawsuit later, and we'll all be hearing that robotic TikTok voice telling us about Ernex, the new hit on Starbucks' secret menu. Wow. You know, that's just crazy to me that you could be so careless as to give a man Ernex brewer cleaner. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you smash some Ernex?
I mean, I have to say, because it cleans so well, I would. I'm
Still
all
not
about a
cleaning,
clean
yeah,
smash.
okay.
Yeah. What about you? What's your verdict on that?
I'm more into Windex probably, or even, what's that other one? I can't think of it.
Yeah, we
but
got Clorox or.
Oh yeah, that's the other excellent
Yeah.
Clorox.
Were you into the Tide Pod thing when that was around?
No, no, I never got into that. I was always more of a straight up detergent guy. but
Yeah. I
it's just
mean,
me.
that's fair. You like to keep it classy. I respect
Exactly.
that.
I'm old school.
Yeah. Speaking of old school, Christy, why don't you tell us what's going on in the reptile world?
Thanks, Eric. Last time we told you about a man who owns 53 snakes. This week, we're upping the ante to bring you an even bigger reptilian conniption. A California man was caught smuggling over 1,700 reptiles across the San Ysidro, California-Mexico border. 30-year-old Jose Manuel Perez had baby crocodiles, Mexican bearded lizards, and other protected and endangered species, 60 of which were concealed in the man's jacket, pant pockets, and groin area, according to authorities. Perez initially denied smuggling, claiming the animals were his pets. Despite his convincing performance, he was detained on February 25th. And exactly 1 month later, on March 25th, the U.S. Attorney's Office in Los Angeles announced additional charges against Perez and his sister. Using social media, the two had been smuggling wildlife to the U.S. since 2016. Perez and his sister will be brought to trial on March 27th in Los Angeles. Now, we're going to send it back to the 360 studio with Grace, Skylar, and Jenna.
Thanks, Christy. Do you have any old comic books or collectibles sitting around your home? Well, if this is the case, then you're in luck. We're all aware that the COVID pandemic has caused a massive increase in prices of items such as cars and gas due to the supply and demand issues the world is currently facing. However, another item of significant worth these days is comic books and other collectibles. Since the pandemic began, the price and worth of these items has nearly doubled. In Dallas, Texas, the Heritage Auctions recorded that the bidding for the first appearance of Superman started at $400,000. And although in the comic books, Superman has a trend of beating Batman, these auctions have proven otherwise, when the first appearance of Batman sold for $1.1 million. The auction lasted only 3 days and brought in a total of $22.5 million, smashing all records set before. Although the pandemic has impacted many areas of retail, Douglas Gillick of the popular online auction site Comic Link says that the transition to online bidding has not required them to adjust the prices of comic books and collectibles. He says the prices instead have gone up much due to the popularity of Marvel's Cinematic Universe films and their expansion with Disney. It has increased their audience and buyers, and the comic book industry is doing extremely well because of it. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks to all the crew and writers for this episode. I'm Grace Swanky.
I'm Skylar Nations.
And I'm Jenna Vidamonti. Join us next time for our last episode of the spring 2022 semester. We'll see you next time on Take One.